Okay. Okay, these two are retained. And what files, counsel, do you have?
Your Honor, I would say that we can pretty much go down the list except for number 3.
So Ishmael, Reeves. So Ishmael, hang on, I'm just going to set them aside. Okay, wait, Reeves. Interesting, Ishmael, Reeves. Okay.
And I believe these are all being interviewed as we speak, so that might change, but I mean, pretty much almost everybody else is done.
Got it. So
I can go over the ones that are done.
Alexander, hang on. Clark. Okay, the 1, 2, 3 that you gave me, and then you've got one on the women's side that's not done.
Right, and then numbers
Sorry?
16, 17, and 18 are currently being interviewed as well.
Okay, well, we'll just pull them as we do. Yes, Mr. Sanford.
Except for February the 16th at 11 a.m. Yeah.
In 134.
I don't know why they put 11. It's in here on the 16th, which is a Tuesday.
In here. Okay, Mr. Clark? You said 16?
Yes.
Okay, our clerk just checked in the system. The most up-to-date information for you is that you're going to be checking into this courtroom 134 on February 16, 1/6, February 16.
All right.
Okay, so thank you so much for checking in. Stay on top of it. Just make a note to yourself. Just keep the paperwork you have, but just change it to February 16. Okay? And then just check in just like you did, okay? Good job. Thank you so much for checking in. Just stay on top of it and make sure you come back on the 16th, okay? Tuesday.
All right. Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay? Thank you.
And Your Honor, I was just told that Alexander Green, number 13, is retained.
Alexander Green. Is retained. Okay. Got it. Okay, thank you for joining us. We have some folks joining us in the courtroom. Someone under the name Cheryl Quick and also attorney Ryan Hill. Hi. Okay. Hi. Stand by. Mr. Hill, you checked in earlier. Are you checking in on a particular case?
Gregory Reynolds.
Okay, we've got Reynolds. And Madam Counsel, who are you checking in with?
Alexander Green. Martina Alexander Green.
Got it. Okay. Counsel, just be on the Green case. Just be advised that we got you checked in. We typically go through the files on the men's side and then we'll go to the women's side. But thank you for checking in. We've got you. And you're welcome to put yourself on mute. And when we get over to the women's side, we'll get you called up. Okay.
Very well. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So we've got Butler, Sharp, and Reynolds on the men's side. Is that correct? Yes. I'm sorry, Counsel Tuttles. Can't hear you.
Sharp is a female, Your Honor.
Sorry.
Sharp is a female.
Okay, got it. Okay, Counsel, we can't hear you, but if it's the case that Sharp is on the women's side, we've got you covered, okay?
Okay, thank you. Sorry, I was on mute.
Thank you, sir. No, that's fine. Okay, let's get that up.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Okay, be advised, we have 2 files that are retained. We have Derek Butler is retained and Gregory Reynolds. So if you can make those available, we can get those squared away. And then also be advised that on the women's side, the same attorney on Butler is also the attorney on Sharp.
Okay, gotcha.
Send them out, Rod. What you know you gotta see. Right. Hey Keith,
Yes.
what do you have out number 4 for your quarterback?
Butler,
Who?
Butler. I don't have the other list for all the names on the box. The box now on my,
No, fine.
no, I gotta find them. There's
No,
no locks on it.
They were in M4,
Okay.
so I ain't wanna put them up there, y'all about to have to need them anyway.
I just need Butler so far, because I don't have the locks.
Come on.
No,
I get it, y'all too close.
No.
Come on, Herb. Come on, y'all. Please come right here, number 23. Get it together, all right? Right on there.
Gary Butler, Ahmad Smith, Michael Brown, Trayvon Marshall, Brendan, Neil Lewis, Caleb Blanchard, Dwayne Wilson, Aaron Clark, Sheldon Wall, Victor Romero, Keon Hughes, Gregory Reynolds. The first man calling me like,
Hey, Ron, don't come on through the camera. Oh, see, you don't need no break. You coming right out of the way. We're trying to. I'll fuck with you, said Rick. Right out of the way. Ron, don't come on from me. Before. And then 21.
I did not. No, no. With the red.
Hey, Green.
This is your Judge D. We're gonna step on the white line, say your first and last name. Derek Butler? Yes. Step on the white line, say your first and last name, D.
Derek Butler.
Okay, we're on the record calling case number 210555259, People State of Michigan versus defendant number 1, Derek Butler. Counsel, your appearance and P number for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please this honorable court, Antonio D. Tuttles on behalf of my client. That is Mr. Derek Butler, who stands now, who appears on the monitor to your left. For the purposes of the arraignment, Your Honor, we do waive the formal reading and stand mute.
Call away the formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date February 23, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. at the 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined at the 36th District Court, and will be in front of Judge Jones and as the bond counsel.
As the bond, Your Honor, first thing you should know is that my client turned himself in. He's 51 years old. He's graduated. He's a lifelong resident. He does live out of state. So he come from out of state to come to this matter, turn himself in to address these matters. He do have 3 children, and he does not have a capious history. We're asking for a personal bond. This is a non-violent offense, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, counsel. And you indicated, okay, DDC has the bond or any holds?
No holds, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, counsel. Just to clarify, let the record reflect that in the review of the file indicates that your client's address of record, at least as for purposes of the investigator's report, is the same as that of defendant number 2. You indicated out of state. Where is your client coming from? Because just for purposes of ensuring that he returns to court, if he has out of state ties, the court does appreciate, one, that you are representing him, that your office is going to mount a very vigorous defense, but for purposes of ensuring that he receives notices and the court can ensure that he returns to court, where is he coming from?
Mr. Butler, what state do you all reside in?
Florida, Valrico, Florida. But I have a home in Detroit. That's that address, Detroit, Michigan. I own that house in Detroit. When I come to Detroit, I stay at that house. My mail get forwarded.
All right, counsel, here's what we're going to do. The court does appreciate you indicating that he does have out-of-state ties, but but he does have significant Detroit connections, ties to the state of Michigan, and in that he is a property owner. Further, that these are non-assaultive charges, and you indicated also to your client's benefit that he did turn himself in order to make himself available for arraignment on these charges. Given those elements, court will set bond in the amount of $5,000 personal bond. Is there anything further regarding Mr. Butler, counsel?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. You're all set, so you can step away from the camera. I'm sorry, the dates are February 23, 2021 by Zoom. Preliminary examination date to be determined.
Let me know when you're done.
Hi, ma'am. Do we have Mr. Reynolds ready?
He went to locate Mr. Reynolds, Your Honor.
Okay. In the meantime, do we have any other individuals? Counsel, they're looking for Mr. Reynolds on your case, Counsel Hill. In the alternative, Officer Jones, do we have any other files with MIDC that we can use?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go with those so we can make the best time of make best use of the time that we have.
Stay right there. Leave your mask on.
Hi, your name, sir?
Ahmed Ishmael.
Okay, stand by, please. Has he been interviewed?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
Officer Jones, I don't think the gentleman has been interviewed. We have a file for him, but he's not been interviewed. If we can get Mr. Ishmael in front of camera 2.
Okay.
These are the females right here.
Thank you.
So,
Madam
go ahead.
Counsel, if you can just kind of read on the record. Officer Jones, if you could please just keep an ear open. Madam Counsel for MIDC is going to let us know which files they have interviews where we can just keep moving with files.
Okay. All right.
Okay, are you ready, Your Honor?
Okay, yeah, just nice and loud so that they can hear you.
Townsend, Marshall, Warnsley, Lewis, Lapsley, Wilson, Ozer, Wall. And I believe that's it, Your Honor.
Okay. Officer Jones, did you copy?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
All right, these are all the people they have, they interviewed and she ready for with the checks right here. Townsend, right?
4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Officer Jones, do we have those individuals ready to get in front of the camera?
Now, they have to locate them due to COVID, Your Honor. They changed because they had an incident, so we can't put the inmates in that cell until you're ready. So they're going and gathering all the detainees, and they're going to put them in the video arraignment cage.
Okay, well, I appreciate the update. For future reference then, in which case what we'll do is just make sure we have matches. We'll give you those names and you can pull them. Would that work better?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Sounds good.
They wanted Greg to go first on this.
All right. You want Reynolds first?
Yes, please.
Even he's always got his own.
I don't even have a folder for him. They sent a female folder back here for Reynolds instead of Reynolds.
Yeah, they brought the wrong one, so it's
Yeah, they
supposed to be
keep doing that.
on that line, Reynolds. State your full name.
Gregory Reynolds.
Okay, Counsel Hill, we've got your person ready. On camera, calling case number 2105568 from the state of Michigan versus Gregory Reynolds, AKA Gregory Bernard Reynolds Jr., AKA Reynolds Gregory. Counsel, your appearance and P number for the record, please.
Reporting, Your Honor. Ryan Hill, P68445 on behalf of Reynolds. Mr. Reynolds, state your name for the record, please.
Gregory Bernard Reynolds Jr.
Waiting the formal reading, stand your claim, you counsel.
Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, call waive the formal reading, enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date February 23, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles and as the bond counsel.
Your Honor, I'm asking for a personal bond. My client is 44 years old, lives with his fiance in Detroit on McLaughlin Street. Non-assault crime. His family retained us literally, I want to say, an hour after my client was arrested. He has 6 kids, 4 grandchildren, just obtained his driver's license recently, and he's in the process of opening up a transportation company.
Thank you. Did you see his bond or any holds? You indicated no file or no?
No, I don't have a file with him, Your Honor.
Okay, that's fine. Just update us when you can, ma'am. All right, counsel, given your representations, including your client's significant family, residential, and ties to the community, court on this case will set bond in the amount of $1,000 personal bond. Is there anything further?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, sir. You can step away from the camera, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Go to the floor, please.
Yes, please, thank you.
That's only when she needed first, right?
Now you can just go down with the
Whatever the
ones
checks
that
are?
the checks. Thank you.
Marshall, come on. Marshall.
How you doing?
Hi, doing well, sir. Sir, for your safety, please keep that mask pulled up over your nose and mouth. That's for your safety while you're there, sir. Calling case number 2005635, Houston, Michigan versus Tavon Marshall. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Justice Shad, on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Marshall, who is formal reading of the standings of constitutional rights.
Or with formal reading into your not guilty plea on your client's behalf. Counsel, be advised, before we get to dates, the likelihood is high it's going to be an exam date on February 22nd. However, a review of the file shows that on October 16th of 2020, your client failed to appear for a probable cause conference, and Judge King, who's one of our exam judges, indicated that he set a bond at $10,000 cash surety. And while the court does take into account the COVID concerns facing the nation at this time, Judge King does prefer that his office is contacted, his courtroom is contacted before making any changes to an existing bond that he has set. So if someone from your office is prepared to make contact, or if we have an opportunity, we may need to pass on this to see if we can reach Judge King's courtroom to assess what, if anything, he wants to do in terms of any changes to bond or conditions of bond for the time being. That being said, we can pass on this, so it depends on if someone from your office can reach out to his office, or perhaps we can try to, but we do need to keep the docket moving.
Your Honor, my co-counsel, I believe, is already on the phone with Judge King's chambers and might be already done with that. So if I could just check really quick, Your Honor, they've already gotten an answer.
So noted. Here's the thing, depends on how you want to do it. We can either pass on this and keep going, and then we just get an update as we're able
That's
to.
fine, Your Honor.
Okay, DDC, be advised, please, we do need to get an update on Mr. Marshall's, the status of his case. Can we pass on him for the time being?
Yes, Your Honor, just step back up.
Thank you.
Tell my partner to see the next one.
And then we can go on to the next case.
No, just step out. Tell my partner to send the next one in.
Sorry?
Judge King's chambers is calling my co-counsel back with an answer.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Marjorie.
You don't let nobody in.
Your name, sir?
Brennan Worsley.
Thank you. We're on the record. Calling case number. Calling case number 2004439, Houston, Michigan versus Brennan Warrensley. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Morning, Mayor. Justice Sharp, on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Warrensley, who is formal reading, understands his constitutional rights and stands.
Oh, with formal reading, enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There is a Zoom power call, strike that Zoom pre-trial date set for February 19, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court in front of Judge Austin Garrett and as to bond.
Your Honor, Mr. Warrensley is 32 years old. He's a lifelong resident of Michigan. To my knowledge, he has no priors. He is a high school grad and did some college and completed a culinary arts program. He understands the no contact order. He does live alone. And roommates, Your Honor, does not reside with the complaining witness. He hasn't talked to the complaining witness in about a year and a half, and this incident allegedly was February 6, 2020, Your Honor. I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond. Mr. Worsley does suffer from high blood pressure, and it was my understanding that he might be needing to go to the hospital because of his high blood pressure, Your Honor. So I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond.
Okay, thank you. Well, counsel, let the record reflect, the court is inclined to do so given its concerns nationwide regarding COVID. However, let the record reflect the review of the file shows that on February 12, 2020, your client failed to appear for a pretrial, at which time a case was issued in bond same amount of $1,000 cash surety by Judge Austin Garrett himself. Now, the thing is, your client, we haven't seen him in a year. Where's he been?
And Your Honor, Mr. Worsley, I'm not trying to make excuses for Mr. Worsley, but Mr. Worsley did indicate that at that time, he didn't really have the means of getting around and getting to court. However, we did discuss with Mr. Worsley how important it is and that there are things like, public transportation and Uber and stuff.
Well, counsel,
able to download the app, Your Honor.
Thank you, counsel. The court appreciates that. But again, also just to reiterate, with regard to bond, does he have community ties? Is he going to school? Is he working? What is he doing at this time?
Yes, Your Honor. He is a shot, but at this time, he's getting unemployment because of the pandemic. But he did go to culinary art school. He completed it at Dorsey. He didn't do college, so that is how he got his employment as a chef, Your Honor. So he is employed, but at this time he is laid off because of the pandemic and the restaurants being closed, Your Honor.
So noted, counsel. But the court also wants to point out the reason why the court brings it up is one, the court appreciates that your client, is pursuing higher education. He's getting a job skill and he's getting employment. But the thing is, if he's able to accomplish all of those things, that also means that he would have had the means or could have had the capacity to make it down to court pre-COVID. But he made choices. He made choices to go to school. He made choices to get employment. He made choices to get to work, but he couldn't get down to court. So it doesn't necessarily match that he does not have the means, but clearly he does for something that he wants to pursue.
And Your Honor, respectfully, I understand the court's concern, and Mr. Worsley understands how important it is and the consequences of him missing his next court date. So the judge, if the court is willing to give Mr. Worsley one more chance, Your Honor, and maybe if the court is comfortable only with a high personal bond, Your Honor, I respectfully ask for that, Your Honor.
Thank you. DDC is the bond. Are there any holds?
No holds, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel court again does take into account everything that you presented. The court appreciates that he does have gainful employment, stable ties to the community. But again, the court does want to point out that your client is making choices about what kind of priority he's going to give this case. And as long as this case is in this court, it's a priority just like anything else. So your client is perfectly capable of meeting his commitments, but he needs to make choices about making this one. Otherwise, warrants are going to continue to issue and he's going to keep ending up in custody. So if he cares about his employment, he cares about being able to go to school, if he cares about basically meeting any of his commitments like he demonstrates that he's able to, he needs to do the same thing here. Otherwise, warrants are going to issue, period. So his concerns about his health that you've pointed out, he's in the driver's seat on this. So if he wants to be in a position to take his medication, he wants to be in a position to optimize his health and well-being, he needs to make this case a priority like anything else. Is that clear, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because these things don't get important until it's important to you and you're suddenly inconvenienced because you're in custody.
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, here's what the court is going to do. Court is going to set bond in the amount of $5,000 personal bond, and because of the type of case, while this case is pending, to ensure not only that your client returns to court, but also that he has no contact with the complainant, because of the type of case that this is, you still to have no contact whatsoever with the complaining witness. Christian Dorsey, no contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to them through third parties, and no contact order also extends to their place of residence and place of employment. Your client is going to be subject also to Wayne County Sheriff's GPS tether. Is there anything further?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
You're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I'm not sure, I apologize if I missed it, but, what's the next?
I'm sorry, court date is going to be February 19, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court of Judge Austin Garrett. And it's also going to be by Zoom, sir, so you're going to receive instructions how to dial in for your next court date. So there are no excuses about getting around. If you've got the technology, one way or another, it can be your smartphone, it can be your computer, it can be a laptop, it can be a tablet. You can go to the library. There are no excuses for missing any court dates from here forward. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because given the fact that this case, your last court date was from a year ago, you could have had this in your rearview mirror by now. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You need to exercise better choices, because guess what? If you don't show up for court and you end up getting arraigned and you see this face again, no excuses are going to work. There's nothing your attorney can say on your behalf that's going to keep you out of custody. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, is there anything further?
Nothing, Your Honor.
You're all set, sir. Step away from the camera.
Come on,
Counsel, do we have an update regarding the Marshall case from Judge King's courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor, we tried to contact Judge King. Sorry, the judge isn't on the bench at this moment, but his clerk is trying to get a hold of him, and co-counsel Reagan is trying to get a hold of him too.
Okay, thank you, sir. Let us know when you can. Hi, your name, sir?
CR Lewis.
Okay, we're on the record calling case number 1604614 Gibson, Michigan versus Sil Lewis. Go with full reading, enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom pretrial date March 5, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court in front of Judge Bryant. Is by Zoom, and as bond counsel.
Mr. Lewis is 27 years old, born and raised in Michigan. He has no priors, Your Honor. He's unemployed as a guy, not on probation or parole. Does have heart and stomach issues. He's had 2 heart attacks. Your Honor, he does have to get his 6 and 12. This incident allegedly is from 2015, Your Honor. And I don't believe he was ever arraigned and did not see any issues. So respectfully, as to what we consider a personal bond, does have quite some age to it, Your Honor, and he understands the context.
Thank you. DDC's bond, any halt?
No holds, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel Court takes into account your representations, including one, this is an older matter, but it does remain open and pending, given those elements. Also, that your client does have significant matters in light of the pandemic facing the nation, pre-existing conditions. Court to this case is going to set fine amount of $7,500 personal bond. While this case is pending, no contact with the complaining witness, Alexa Russian. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to them through third parties, and no contact or those extends to the place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera. Counsel Reagan. Counsel Reagan, are you with us? Okay, did you see whoever you can get in front of the camera, please?
Did you say anything? Did you say something? I apologize, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. We saw you zoom in. Do you have an update for us on the Marshall case or any case that you're representing someone on?
Judge, I'm just waiting to. I have a few cases, judges. They bring them to the screen. I'll do them.
Then I believe Mr. Reagan is waiting to interview the remaining defendants.
Okay, so was he meaning to be in our courtroom? In our room?
Because I'm just waiting to go on the record. I'm waiting to go on the record as soon as they come to the screen.
As soon as who comes to the screen?
Whomever the defendant that they put in front, Judge, that I have interviewed.
Then he could set another officer.
Okay, I don't understand what he's talking. Hi, your name, sir?
Moxley.
Okay, we're on the record. Calling case number 21055-634, People Say Michigan versus Caleb Alexander Lapsley, counsel.
Dr. Schreiber, on behalf of the Mr. Legislative, reading, understanding the constitutional
You want to
rights
change, the stand?
Co-waive the formal reading, enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference day, February 22nd, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Archer and as the bond.
Mr. Baxley is 23 years old, lifelong resident of the Michigan area, has no priors. Was getting unemployment, is paused at this moment. He's a high school grad, not on probation or parole, lives with his mother and brother. He has 2 children, ages 3 and 1. He needs family ties, community ties, and specializes in the court to consider a personal bond.
Thank you. DDC is the bond. Are there any holds?
No hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel court takes into account representations, including he doesn't have any holds. These are non-assaultive charges. He does have significant ties to the community. Given those elements, public set bond $1,000 personal bond and no firearms while the case is pending. Anything further?
Okay.
Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
Come on. Hands. Wilson. Does the attorneys have anything for Dwayne Wilson?
I'm sorry?
Dwayne Wilson.
Yeah, you can put him in. Did I check his name?
Okay. Just making sure. Wilson, come on. On that line, tell me to pull in. Come on, last back to.
Your name, sir?
Dwayne Wilson.
Calling case number 21044-134, People Say Michigan versus Dwayne Good Wilson, also known as Dwayne Wilson, also known as Dwayne Good Wilson the fourth, also known as Dwayne Goody Wilson. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Mr. Wilson, have you been interviewed?
No. When I got pulled
Okay,
over,
stand by. Okay, no, Mr. Wilson. The question is, have you spoke with an attorney this morning, yes or no?
No.
Okay, DDC, if you could, if we can make the gentleman available in front of camera 2, please. And also, DDC, be advised, the following files we do have that are ready to go. We have Townsend ready to go. We have Dozier ready to go. We have Walls ready to go. And we have Hughes ready to go.
Townsend.
Dozier.
Walls. Townsend.
So I was asking. Stand on that line. Let's get you pulled in. Come on out. What you doing?
Your name, sir?
Ezekiel Dozier.
Thank you. Calling case number 21055-633, People Say Michigan versus Ezekiel Dozier. Counsel.
Dr. Schreiber, on behalf of Mr. Dozier, who is from reading and understands the constitutional rights.
Co-waive formal reading, enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference day, February 23, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones and as the bond.
Dr. Schreiber, I'm sorry, Your Honor, Mr. Dozier is 34 years old. He is a full grad. He is in college at Georgia for freshman year. He's been there since May. He is employed with U.S. Insurance Company, I'm sorry, trying to read this handwriting, Your Honor. And he does have 6 kids, Your Honor. He lives with his wife and kids, and he's got community ties, family ties. This is not a fault of the
Okay, thank you. Counsel court takes into account representation between your client's significant residential ties to the community as well as family ties and gainful employment. Given those elements, public set bond in the amount of $2,000 personal bond and no firearms while the case is pending. Anything further?
Okay, sir.
Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
Person. Green. Ishmael.
Townsend.
You ain't got an interview yet.
Oh, how many haven't been interviewed?
Go ahead, Ishmael. On that line.
But she didn't, I didn't put in, no, she not
You got
ready.
an interview.
She,
Hi, your name, sir?
Ishmael.
Okay, has Ishmael been interviewed? Has Ishmael been interviewed, yes or no?
Mr. Ishmael, have you been interviewed? Okay, and I believe Mr. Reagan is on as well.
Okay, Council Reagan, are you checking in for Ishmael, I'm sorry, Ahmad Ishmael?
interviewing right now.
I apologize, if we just have one second.
It's a
I
mess
apologize,
today.
Your Honor. We're ready on Mr.
Hi, Council Reagan, are you representing Mr. Ishmael this morning?
Ready on Mr. Ishmael.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, Council, your audio is really low, so just speak up nice and loud, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Calling case number 1906160, People State of Michigan versus Ahmed Salah Ishmael. Counsel, your appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, for the record, Philip Reagan on behalf of Mr. Ishmael, waive the reading, stand mute. Mr. Ishmael has been advised of his constitutional rights.
Call away the formal reading, enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date February 23, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined at the 36th District Court, and this will be in front of Judge Giles and as the bond counsel.
Judge Esteban, my client is 31 years of age, employed at Dian Solutions in Romulus. This is a 2-year-old case, 3 years, Judge, from 2018. He's non-assaulted. He lives in the area, Judge, has strong ties. I'd request a personal bond at this time for Mr. Ishmael.
Okay, thank you. Counsel, court takes into account representations, including your client's significant ties to the community. This is non-assaultive. Further, the COVID concerns facing the nation at this time, given those elements, and this is an older matter. The court hasn't already indicated on the record. Call was set bond in the amount of $1,500 personal bond. Is there anything further, counsel?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Come on, Ishmael. Right there on that line, Clark. Tell me full name.
Don't take that mask off.
What is your name, sir?
Aaron Clark.
We have Clark ready to go, counsels?
Ready to go, Your Honor.
Okay, calling case number 210555637, People State of Michigan versus Aaron Clark, counsel.
On behalf of Aaron Clark, Your Honor, waive the reading, stand mute.
Okay, and Counsel Reagan, if you can, we do need you to bring up your audio. Call away the formal reading, enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference day, February 22nd, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, with a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined at the 36th District Court. Friend Judge Archer and Esteban, please.
Judge Esteban, my client is 22 years of age, no prior criminal history, is a lifetime resident of this judge. This is not assaultive on his face, Your Honor. I'd ask the court for personal bond. He understands he's to not possess any guns or illegal weapons during this period.
Thank you. Court takes into account representations, including your client's significant ties to the community. This is non-assaultive. Also, court takes into account the pandemic facing the nation at this time, and if the court believes your client will return to court for each proceedings. Court will set bond $1,000 personal bond and no firearms while this case is pending. Is there anything further, Counsel Reagan?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. You're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
Come on, Clark.
Do I need any papers or anything?
Five.
Straight back down to the left, huh? Straight back down to the left.
Counsel, do we have any update on Marshall?
Not yet.
Mr. Walls? Yep. Keep your mask on, step on that lane. Get your full name.
Hi, your name, sir?
Sheldon Maurice Walls.
Thank you, sir. Calling case number 2105566, People State of Michigan versus Sheldon Walls, also known as Sheldon Maurice Walls, also known as Sheldon Maurice Walls. Counsel. Call with formal reading, enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date February 23, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined in front of Judge Jones and Esteban.
Mr. Wells, 47 years old, lifelong resident of the Michigan area, does have his GC, not on probation or parole. Does suffer from diabetes and lives with his wife and 10-year-old son, family ties, community ties, which is not involved.
Thank you. DDC is upon. Are there any holds?
He has holds, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Council Court takes into account representations, including this is non-assaultive matter, and your client does have ties to the community. Is that correct? Okay, and also court takes into account the pandemic facing the nation. Court in this case was set bond $1,000 personal bond and no firearms while the case is pending. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
Step on the line in there. You gotta tell them your full name.
Hi, your name, sir?
Victor Eugene Belmiza.
Okay, do you guys have an interview for Belmiza? Belmiza? Yes? Okay, Council Reagan, we're ready to go. Calling case number 210-55632, People State of Michigan versus Victor Eugene Belmiza, Council.
Your Honor, Philip Reagan on behalf of Mr. Belmiza, waive the formal reading.
Co-waive the formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause comp date February 22, 2021 at 8:30 at the 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined at the 36th District Court by Zoom as well in front of Judge King and as the bond.
As the bond, Your Honor, my client's 24 years of age, prior felony convictions. Judge, he's a college graduate. He suffers from high blood pressure. Judge, he understands not in the city of Detroit, Judge. He's got strong ties. We're in a pandemic, Judge. He understands, again, not to have difficulty. I would request a personal bond on this bond. Again, no prior felony convictions whatsoever, Your Honor.
And DDC as to bond. Are there any holds?
No holds, Your Honor.
All right, this time, court takes into account representations, including your client's ties to the community. The court does believe your client will return for all proceedings. Also, court takes into account the pandemic facing the nation. Given those elements, court will set bond $2,500 personal bond. Is there anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. You're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. We'll do it. Come on, Victor.
Hi, your name, sir?
Dwayne Gould Wilson. Before.
Dwayne Wilson, is that correct, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, counsel, are you ready? Calling case number 210-44134, People State of Michigan versus Dwayne Good Wilson, counsel.
Reagan on behalf of Mr. Wilson, Your Honor.
Okay, cool. Waive the formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There is a Zoom pretrial date set for February 19, 2021 at 8:30 at the 36th District Court, and it will be in front of Judge Austin Garrett and as the bond.
Judge, as the bond, my client's 29 years of age, no prior assault with criminal history. Judge, he's employed at the Ocean Lady bar. He does that from college. Is not on probation or parole, Your Honor. The complaining witness is his child's mother. Judge, in fact, my client actually called the police because he had a firearm pulled on him. So I don't know. They have an issue with the kids. Judge, obviously, discussing the issue with my client. He's been instructed a misdemeanor charge of assaulting to have no contact with them well until there's an issue with the kids. He needs to have no
Okay,
contact.
Okay, counsel, we're losing your audio very badly, so I don't know what, if anything, can be done. The court's getting the gist of what you're indicating on the record, but just be advised that if the court long-term is going to have a concern about the audio and how it's going to affect a record in the future.
Yes, Your Honor. Can you hear me, Your Honor?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
I don't know what's going on. My audio is I got it high, Judge, so I'm trying to figure out. I'll figure it out. But again, Your Honor.
Okay, but we appreciate you, sir. We do appreciate everything that you're doing. Is there anything further, sir?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
DDC, is the bond, are there any holds?
No holds, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel, court takes into account your representations. Further, the court did hear, just to reiterate, your representations that your client has been advised with regard to what is going to be a no contact order while this case is pending, as well as the extent to which that no contact order applies to your client. And further, in the event that there is any contact by means of the complaining witness directed towards your client, that your client needs to understand that he is to not respond. He is to have no contact with the complaining witness whatsoever. Again, the pretrial date is February 19, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court in front of Judge Austin Garrett. Given your representations, counsel, the court is going to do the following. The court overall does have a concern with regard to the nature of the charges, and the court, again, is balancing that with your representations, but to ensure that your client understands that he is not to have any contact with the complainant, and also to ensure the integrity of the case while the case is pending, as well as your client's return to court while the case is pending, and no contact with the complainant. The court is going to set bond in the amount of $5,000. It's going to be a personal bond. Your client is going to be subject to Wayne County Sheriff's GPS tether. And no contact whatsoever with the complaining witness, Demi Welsh. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to her through third parties. The no contact order also extends to her place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly, and that also includes no texting or contacting or no digital means of contact with the or electronic means of contact with the complainant. Is there anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
Yeah, you.
Okay.
What's
Hey,
that?
he goes to 2.
Okay, this is for Mr. Townsend, calling case number 210554556. This is Michael Townsend, counsel.
No, it's Hughes. It's not
Oh, Hughes, I'm sorry. Thank you, sir. Strike that, calling case number 2104435, People State, Michigan versus Keon Jamur Hughes, counsel.
We're breaking up the tab.
Forward, formal reading, enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There is a pretrial date set for March 5, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday, just recorded by Zoom in front of Judge Bryant and as the bond.
Judge Esteban, my client's 30 years of age, no prior criminal history. He works at Magistrate, Your Honor, has his GED. He states that the complaint judge is a friend of his, but I instructed him to have no contact. It is a misdemeanor assault and battery case. Until this matter is resolved, he should have absolutely no contact with this person. He lives with his sister in Redford, Judge, so he has strong ties. I would request a personal bond in this matter.
Thank you. DDC's bond, any hold?
He has a hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel, court takes into account representations, including your client's significant ties to the community, and he's gainfully employed. Did the court hear you correctly, sir?
Judge, that is correct.
Okay, thank you. And also that you have advised your client with regard to the importance of the no contact order while this case is pending. Given those elements, court will set bond in the amount of $2,500 personal bond. While this case is pending, no contact with the complaining witness, Frank Wiggins. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to them through third parties. The no contact order also extends to the place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Is there anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. You're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
Oh, wrong there. Wrong.
7, he goes to 3.
Yeah. Is Townsend ready?
I went to jail. I bonded.
Hey, is Townsend ready?
He's getting interviewed right now.
He's still getting interviewed.
Your Honor, we are ready on Townsend,
You are ready on Townsend.
McGeorge.
Okay, do you see we're ready on Michael Townsend when you are?
Tucker and Herbie as well.
He's getting interviewed right now.
What
They said he's ready.
Okay, yeah, because the names that you just called off, I don't have. The only thing we have left on the men's side is Marshall and Townsend.
Okay, we are ready on Townsend, and I'll see if we've got that answer on Marshall as well.
Okay.
I need a wheelchair. Hold on, let me move this. Yeah, so I can make it low. It's over.
Any update? Council, after we finish Mr. Townsend, of course, going to take a brief recess, okay? Hi, your name, sir?
Michael Marcel Townsend.
Thank you. Calling case number 210-55456, PFC Michigan versus Michael Townsend, counsel. Call with formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom probable cause conference day, February 8th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination day, February 16, 2021 at 9 o'clock at the Thursday District Court in front of Judge Jones and as to bond.
Your Honor, Mr. Townsend is 20 years old. He is a high school grad from Rondo High. He is on medication, Your Honor. He lives with his mother and her husband. He has great family ties, Your Honor. He is currently receiving unemployment due to the pandemic. Still going to Reverend, Your Honor, and he is in a wheelchair because he has broken knee and he does suffer from asthma. I'm respectfully asking the court to consider very high personal honor with the court finds reasonable. Here, Your Honor, I understand these are very serious allegations, but they are allegations, Your Honor.
All right, so noted. Thank you. DDC is a bond. Are there any holds?
No hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, stand by. Counsel. Court's going to review the file. Court is also take into account your representations, including his current medical concerns, and also in light of the pandemic facing the nation. Court is also going to balance it with the nature of the charges and the seriousness of the allegations. Court is also going to review the file. Stand by, please.
I know, that's what I'm saying. The shit will go.
Okay, well, counsel, be advised and let the record reflect the court does take into account your client is currently suffering a physical injury. However, it appears that it is based on the foundation of which is the underlying allegations, specifically that your client, again, allegedly attempted to take the complaining witness's vehicle. The complaining witness pressed on the accelerator. She was unable to be removed from the vehicle because she was wearing a seatbelt, and because she was secured to the vehicle by means of a seatbelt, she pressed on the accelerator, and essentially your client was attempting to hold on to the vehicle, lost grip on the vehicle, and subsequently got injured. So, counsel, here's what the court is going to do. The court has a concern about your client ensuring safety overall to the community, and that, again, these allegations are very serious, and the court is also balancing it with the fact that your client is dealing with a physical injury, but the court has indicated its concern and addressed what you've indicated with your representations and balanced that with the nature of the charges and the seriousness of the allegations. Further, it appears a review of the file suggests that at some point upon trying to identify your client at some point provided a false name or false identification, and officers subsequently were able to ascertain the proper identity of your client around about the time that they were either looking for him or were able to get him into custody. So given the elements that have been presented, the court in this case is setting bond in the amount of $100,000, cash surety, no 10%, no early administrative release. Further, court is going to indicate a Marcus file medical with regard to a pre-existing condition, physical injury. Is there anything further, counsel? Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera. DDC, stand by. We're going to take a pause, and we're going to stand in recess. We're still recording, and we're still going to be on the, and we're still on the record.
Okay.
Backwards and forward.
Where we at, Key? What's going on?
Our last one I needed is Marshall.
Hey, Phil, this is Tuttles. I have a question. Can you hear me?
What's up, Tony?
Say she phone. I pulled him earlier.
What's up? Hey, Phil. Do you know how many do you know how many more male inmates they have?
We're done with the males. We have, I think, one more, and that's it.
Okay.
And we're going to female.
Remember, he said they saw him, but they're gonna call it good and get them to do the
Okay, thank you. DDC, if you would, please, we do have an update with regard to Tavon Marshall.
Thank you.
We can get him back in front of the camera.
Now we want Marshall.
They were waiting to go to the judge because it was a warrant.
Right.
Take it. You know what to get, man? What's up, man?
This is the last count, right there.
Bye.
And DDC, when you can, if you can adjust the camera back up. Thank you. Your name again for the record, sir?
Trayvon Marshall.
Okay, recall in case number 2005635, People State Michigan versus Tavon Marshall Counsel. We already waived the formal readings, so your client mute. And do you have an update for us regarding Judge King's courtroom?
Yes, sir. My co-counsel was able to make contact with Judge King, and Judge King did give authority and approval for a $10,000 personal bond with testing.
Okay, thank you. Court does, with the update, let the record reflect that Judge King, or rather by means of contact with Judge King's courtroom, we're going to convert this to a $10,000 personal bond and a Wayne County Sheriff's GPS tether. Counsel, is there anything further? Next court date is going to be February 22nd, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, and it goes straight to exam. And also no firearms while this case is pending. Anything further?
Okay, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera. DDC, it's everything on the men's side. We'll see you on the women's side shortly.
Okay, Ryan.
Y'all have something like that?
Counsel titles, we're on the women's side. We're just waiting for them to bring your person in front of the camera.
Okay, I appreciate that, John. I'm ready.
And counsel, you had the Alexander Green case. Counsel, quick, okay. DDC, okay, hi, good morning, sir. We have counsel for Shanette Sharp, and also we have retained counsel for Martina Alexander Green, so if you can get those two in front of the camera. Available.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Thank you, sir.
You want to step on that white line, say the first and last name? This way.
Hi, ma'am, your name?
Shanette Sharp.
Okay, call in case number 210-55259, People State Michigan versus defendant number 2, Shanette Sharp, or also known as Shanette Nicole Sharp, counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. May it please this Honorable Court, Antonio D. Tuttles on behalf of my client, that is Ms. Sharp, who appears on my monitor, who appears on the monitor to your left arm. For the purposes of the arraignment, Your Honor, would you waive the formal reading and stand mute?
Call away the formal reading into not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date February 23, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court, followed by preliminary examination date also by Zoom at a date to be determined at the Thursday District Court in front of Judge Jones and as the bond.
As to bond, Your Honor, the court should be cognizant that my client is 36 years old. She has graduated high school. She has no capious history. She does have children. She, as well, has retained counsel, and she turned herself in along with Mr. Butler 4 o'clock this morning to address this matter. There's no reason to believe that Ms. Sharp is not going to return to court, nor do Ms. Sharp pose a danger to society, and that the allegation in this case is a non-violent allegation. So we ask
Thank
for
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Counsel quotation and counter representations, including your client's significant ties to the community. Further, that your client did turn herself in to make herself available for arraignment on this case, and that these are all non-assaultive charges. Also, court takes into account the pandemic facing the nation, and the court does believe your client will appear for all court dates while the case is pending. Given those elements, court on this case will set bond in the amount of $5,000 personal bond. Is there anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, ma'am. You can step away from the camera. Thank you, counsel, for your patience. We'll see you next time, sir.
Okay, likewise. Take it easy and be careful. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Hi, ma'am. Your name?
Martina Alexander Green.
Thank you. Calling case number 2105561, People State of Michigan versus Martina Alexander Green, counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service by Cheryl Quick, P83973, on behalf of Martina Alexander Green, who is also appearing via Zoom.
Okay, call away the formal reading into not guilty plea on the client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date February 23, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date at a date to be determined at the Thursday District Court in front of Judge Giles and Esteban.
Your Honor, Ms. Alexander Green has no prior habeas history, and in fact, we had made arrangements to turn her in early this week, but she was arrested by that same detective on Friday afternoon. She is employed at Amazon in Livonia. She was also employed at Dairy Queen until very recently, and has picked up side jobs doing catering and driving for Lyft and Uber to earn more money. She had enrolled herself just before Christmas and paid for a GMAT course at Schoolcraft College. So she is working on furthering her education, and she's gainfully employed. She's been in touch with me. She was in touch with me right away. So there's no reason or myself to believe that she would not appear for any future court dates.
All right, thank you. DDC is bond. Any holds?
No holds, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel, court takes into account representations, including your client's very significant ties to the community, including residential and gainful employment, and also balancing with the nature of the charges and the seriousness of the allegations, as well as the pandemic facing the nation at this time. Given those elements, court does believe your client will come back to court for each stage of the proceedings while this case is pending. Also, given those elements, court at this time will set bond in the amount of $2,500 personal bond. While this case is pending, absolutely no contact with complaining witness Carlisa Johnson. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person. No messages to her through third parties. So no contact order also extends to her place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Is there anything further?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. You're all set, ma'am. You step away from the camera. DDC, that should be everything. We should be able to go straight down your list at this time. Hi, ma'am. Your name? Ma'am? Hi, your name, please? Thank you, ma'am. Calling case number 2005739, People State Michigan versus Honesty Marie Reeves, aka Lanzetta. Honesty Marie McGeorge, also known as Lonzetta McGeorge. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Trustee Shaw, on behalf of the defendant, clerk open Ms. Reese, wait formal reading and understand her constitutional rights and duties.
Go with formal reading into a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date, February 23, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court, by a Zoom preliminary examination date also at the Thursday District Court, which will be in front of Judge Jones and as the bond.
Your Honor, this is 31 years old. She's been in Michigan since 6 years old, Your Honor. She has no prior to my knowledge. She's not employed and she is working with any government assistance, Your Honor. I believe she's 6 months pregnant and has high blood pressure, Your Honor. This incident appears to be back from May of 2020, Your Honor. So it does have some age to it. She understands the no contact order. I respectfully ask the court to consider a personal bond, Your Honor.
Thank you. Do you see this bond with any hold?
No hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel court takes into account representations, including the age of this case, although it does remain open and pending. Further, the client does understand there's going to be a no contact order, as well as all other conditions regarding your client, including the pandemic facing the nation. Given those elements, court will set bond in the amount of $7,500 personal bond. I'm sorry, and Denise, you said there were no holds. Is that correct?
Right, no hold, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, counsel, court takes all of that into consideration. Court has court sets bond is $7,500 personal bond. Also, while the case is pending, no contact with complaining witness D'Angela Anderson. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to him through third parties. The no contact order also extends to the place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, ma'am. You step away from the camera. Hi, ma'am, your name? Okay, calling case number 210-55630, Michigan versus Jaquel Regans, counsel.
Trustee Shaw, on behalf of the defendant, reading the formal reading understand her constitutional rights and duties.
Call away the formal reading at your night guilty on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date, February 22nd, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court, followed by a preliminary examination date to be determined, also by Zoom, in front of Judge King and as to bond.
Your Honor, my client is 20 years old. She's a lifelong resident of Detroit. She has no priors, Your Honor, not on probation or parole. She does suffer from seizures. Your Honor, I believe Ms. Reed's mother is her legal guardian. She is staying with her mother. She's supposed to be staying with her mother. She has her mother's support. I believe this was kind of an accident, Your Honor, with her being left by herself. She does have a guardian, Your Honor. We have the mother's contact information as well, and I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond. She has no priors. She has the family ties. Given the situation, Your Honor, I'm asking for a personal bond.
Thank you. All right, counsel, court has got your representations, and also you've indicated that she does have another place to stay while this case is pending, so there's no contact between the parties. That is to preserve not only the integrity of the case, but also to ensure safety to all parties with regard to this case. Court will set bond in the amount of $5,000 personal bond. Is there anything further?
Okay, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, ma'am. You can step away from the camera. Hi, ma'am, your name? Okay, calling case number 210-55635, People State of Michigan versus Dakisha Hicks, counsel. Co-with formal reading at your night guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date, February 23, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined at the Thursday District Court, and it will be in front of Judge Giles and as to bond.
Yeah, this is the 29, one resident Detroit, she has no prior, she's employed at Amazon, she has family ties, community ties, she lives with her grandparents, and this is not the public, so that's her personal law.
Thank you, Dee Dee. Susan Bond, any hold?
No hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Council Court does take into account your representations, including your client's significant family residential ties to the community. Further, this is non-assaultive, and also court does take into account the pandemic facing the nation at this time. Given those elements, court will set bond, the amount of $1,000 personal bond, and no firearms while this case is pending. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, ma'am. You can step away from the camera. DDC, it's everything that we have at this time. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, we are off the record. Thank you all.
Thank you, Your Honor. We apologize for the little.
That's fine. You know, we make do. We always get it done. I appreciate you guys. They're going to go on the record, do some of these PC hearings.